See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Get up out of your seat and jump around. It is time for South Medford Panthers baseball on Table Rock Sports. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jonathan Kerman. The man behind the lens is Kobe Cummings, and we're coming to you live from beautiful Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. The McNary Celtics have come to town to take on your South Medford Panthers in Game 1 of our doubleheader today. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for today's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy, so please let them know you appreciate their support. And please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and hit that red subscribe button. A big thank you to those who already have. We'll step away for a quick commercial break to hear a word from our amazing local sponsors who make this broadcast possible. And when we come back, we step into the Bills Glass Coaches Corner to take a look at both teams and get you ready for first pitch. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. You're watching the Panther pregame show on Table Rock Sports. Time now for the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Bills Glass. Bills Glass is the clear choice and industry leader in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned and family run, Bills Glass supports our schools and communities. We'll start with the visiting Celtics from McNary High School. A record of 4-3 this year in 2022. They hail from the 6A Mountain Valley Conference. Their roster is as follows. Sophomore number 1, Gage Smeedema. Sophomore number 2, Trevor Ratliff. Freshman number 3, Jordan Areza. Senior number 4, Gunnar Smeedema. Sophomore number 5, Andrew Hammond. Sophomore number 6, Ben Allen. Senior number 7, Eben Mayer. Senior number 8, Quinn Bach. Senior number 9, Zane Aker. Sophomore number 10, Carter Hawley. Junior number 11, Cooper Kripe. Junior number 12, Anthony Cepeda. Junior number 13, Caden Miller. Sophomore number 14, Jake Allen. Sophomore number 15, JT Walsh. Junior number 17, Josiah Bartlett. Senior number 18, Logan Reddy. Sophomore number 20, Evan Lawson. Junior number 23, James Catron. And senior number 24. And the starting pitcher for the McNary Celtics today in game one of our doubleheader is Hayden Kaiser. The Celtics are coached by Larry Keeker, assistant coaches Dave Bartlett, Jordan Keeker, and Mickey Walker. Now let's turn over into the coach's corner for the home team, your South Medford Panthers. Undefeated this year, 6-0 is their record. They hail from the 6A Southwest Conference, and their roster is as follows. Sophomore, number 1, Kyle Cope. Senior, number 3, Jace Miller. Junior, number 4, Elijah Havey. Junior, number 5, Jake Mason. Sophomore, number 6, Carson Joe. Sophomore, number 7, Gannon Jones. Senior, number 8, Tanner Douglas. Junior, number 10, Tosh Stumpenhouse. Junior, number 11, Cam Sewell. Freshman, number 12, Tristan Malari. Sophomore, number 14, Caleb Long. Senior, number 16, Jude Olson. And senior, number 18, Jackson Robertson. The South Medford Panthers are coached by Josh Moody, assistant coaches Scott Carl, Eric Lund, and Dan Herndon. Well, this broadcast would not be possible without the support of all of our amazing local sponsors, including our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Visit them on Highway 62 or check out lithiasuperstore.com for your next ride. Also, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. We'll step away for another quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the starting lineups and more from Harry and David Field. First pitch just around the corner. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Harry and David Field. The Panther pregame show rolls on here on TableRockSports.net. You see at home plate our 2 head coaches meeting with our umpire crew today. Behind home plate is Tim Barrett. At third base, Brandon Dollarhide. And at first base, the crew chief today is Gary Eklund. No need to adjust your computer screens. Both coaches wearing blue tops. For South Medford, head coach Josh Moody wearing white pants, and for McNary, head coach Larry Keeker in their gray pants. The Panthers will be in their blue tops with white pants. McNary will be in their road grays with blue trim. As the coaches exchange lineup cards, we'll give them to you listening at home. We'll start with the South Medford Panthers out in the field. At third base is Caleb Long. At shortstop, Cam Sewell. At second base, Kyle Cope. And at first base is Carson Joe. In the outfield for South Medford, in left, Jake Mason. In center, Tosh Stumpenhouse. And in right is Tristan Malari. The catcher today is Elijah Havey. And on the mound for South Medford is Tanner Douglas. Douglas making his second start of the year. He's recorded 16 strikeouts, which is a team high, In just 7 innings of work, he's allowed 2 hits and just 1 earned run. He's also walked 6 batters. He's 1-0 this season and has an even 1.0 ERA. The batting order for the McNary Celtics is as follows. Leading off, the right fielder, Jordan Areza. Batting second, the left fielder, Zane Aker. Batting third, the first baseman, Cooper Kripe. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Quinn Bach. Batting fifth, the starting pitcher, Hayden Kaiser. Batting sixth, the catcher, Ben Allen. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Eben Mayer. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Trevor Ratliff. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Jake Allen. South Medford has taken the field. We're just a couple minutes away from first pitch. Don't go anywhere. Panther baseball when we come back on Table Rock Sports.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
A beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Harry and David Field, the home for the South Medford Panthers, as they are set to play against McNary in a doubleheader. Thanks for joining us here on Table Rock Sports. Sorry you can't be here at the ballpark with us. It is a gorgeous day. Blue skies overhead, about 60 degrees. And a gentle breeze rolling in from left field. Nothing quite like live baseball, but you're getting the next best thing, and that's watching this game live for free in HD on any device here on Table Rock Sports. This broadcast would not be possible without the support of all of our amazing local sponsors, including Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K. Right fielder Jordan Areza.
Right fielder number 3, Jordan Areza.
Will get things started. The southpaw Tanner Douglas set on the mound. First pitch, 12:01 p.m., and Douglas delivers a strike to Areza.
First pitch, 12:01.
We mentioned in the pregame show Tanner Douglas with 16 strikeouts in 7 innings of work this season. Likes to get ahead of batters early, and 0-1 pitch sent into left field by Areza for a leadoff single.
Batting next, left fielder number 9, Zane Archer. Eicher.
Zane Aker at the plate for McNary. The lefty swinging left fielder takes a fastball high and outside to start his day. Douglas looks in, gets the sign from the catcher Havey. Carson Joe holding on Jordan Areza at first. Pickoff throw, squeaks by Joe, but not too far. Areza will stay put at first. 1 ball and no strikes on Zane Aker. And Douglas paints the lower outside corner with a fastball to even the count. The dimensions here at Harry and David Field: 335 down the left field line, 339 to left field straight away, 407 in the power alleys as Douglas misses high for ball 2, and even 400 to straight away center field. And then out in right field, that short right field corner, just 325 at the foul pole. 2 balls and 1 strike to Zane Aker. Instead, a pickoff throw to first. Areza back safely. Douglas set for the 2-1 offering. And Aker not biting. So Douglas falls behind in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck for McNary, the first baseman, Cooper Kripe. A big lead from Areza at first. Douglas comes home and misses inside for ball 4. So the first 2 base runners for McNary reach safely in the first inning.
First baseman number 11, Cooper Kripe.
And that will bring up Cooper Kripe. Douglas looks back at second before coming home. Hard hit, and it drops into right field. They will hold Areza at third. The Celtics have the bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the first inning, and the designated hitter, Quinn Bach, about to step in.
Hitting fourth, the designated hitter, number 8, Quinn Bach.
A chance for McNary to jump out early. And Douglas will step off the rubber. Fans, it's time to get back in the game. As an official, there is a critical need in all sports right now. Go to osaa.org and click on the blue Become an Official button to learn more. We hope to see you back on the field soon. Areza at third, Aker at second, Kripe at first for McNary. And Douglas misses low and outside to Quinn Bach. The 1-0 finds the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Early trouble for Tanner Douglas and the South Medford Panthers. The infielders on the corners pinched in on the grass as Bach swings through the 1-1 pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck for McNary, the Celtics starting pitcher, Hayden Kaiser. The 1-2 from Douglas. Gets by the catcher, Havey, and that will allow the runners to advance. McNary strikes first on a wild pitch. And the Celtics lead 1-0. South Medford still in trouble after Areza scores. Aker now at third, Kripe at second. A wild pitch also eliminates the possibility of a double play. Here's the 2-2. Called strike three on the lower part of the zone. A big strikeout for Tanner Douglas and South Medford. They've got one down, but are not out of the woods yet. Big Hayden Kaiser stepping into the left-handed box. 3 of the first 5 hitters atop the McNary batting order, swinging from the left-handed side. Kaiser waits. The first pitch from Douglas. A fastball that misses low and away. Caleb Long at third and Carson Joe at first base. The infielders for South Medford playing a step behind the infield grass. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2. And the reason for that is because the infielders hoping for a sharp ground ball to either corner base to prevent the runner at third, Zane Aker, from trying to take home. However, Tanner Douglas has fallen behind in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Hayden Kaiser trying to help his own cause. He'll already head to the bottom of the first with a lead. The question will be for how much, and Douglas misses high, ball 4.
Batting 6.
A visit on the mound. We'll step away for a quick break to hear an important word from the Oregon Schools Officials Association.
From the moment you enter the court, we're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official.
Had to cut that message from our sponsor short to bring you back to the action. McNary catcher Ben Allen at the plate with the bases loaded and only 1 out. He sends the first pitch high into the air off the left side. In fair territory, the shortstop Cam Sewell squeezes the glove for the very important second out. No runners advance. The score still 1-0. And now the onus falls on Eben Mayer.
Now batting shortstop, number 7, Eben Mayer.
Eben Mayer, the starting shortstop for McNary, swings the first pitch and pops it up in the infield. The shortstop Cam Sewell makes the grab to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, 3 runners left. South fortunate to escape with just 1 on the board. To the home half of the first we go, 1-0 McNary. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Home half of the first inning here at Harry and David Field. McNary leading 1-0. Could have been a lot more as the Celtics loaded the bases with nobody out in the top of the first, but South able to escape relatively unscathed, and now the Panthers will swing the bat against starting pitcher Hayden Kaiser. Catching Kaiser today is Ben Allen for McNary, and we'll give you the defensive alignment behind Kaiser for the Celtics. At third base, Gunnar Smeedema. At shortstop, Eben Mayer. At second base, Trevor Ratliff. And at first is Cooper Kripe. In the outfield for McNary, in left, Zane Aker. In center, Jake Allen. And in right is Jordan Areza. Panthers shortstop Cameron Sewell will lead it off.
Shortstop number 11, Cameron Sewell.
Followed by Kyle Cope, Tanner Douglas, Elijah Havey, Carson Joe, Jake Mason, Tosh Stumpenhouse, Caleb Long, and Tristan Malari, the batting order for your South Medford Panthers. Kaiser's first pitch to Sewell misses low and away. Kaiser with a somewhat of a sidearm delivery, missing outside for ball 2. And able to find the zone that time. McNary had the first 3 batters reach safely in the top of the first inning, but the only run to score as Sewell fouls it back for strike 2. The only run to score was the leadoff hitter Jordan Areza coming home on a wild pitch. So McNary, after having the bases loaded and nobody out, and then runners at second and third with nobody out, failed to bat a run in. Kaiser misses outside. Count runs full to a Cameron Sewell. That's low, ball 4. So Cam Sewell reaches as the leadoff man for South. And up comes Kyle Cope.
Batting second, number 1, second baseman, Kyle Cope.
Kyle Cope batting an even .400 this season. He's got 4 hits, including a pair of doubles, 4 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. But most importantly for Cope, 6 walks to just 2 strikeouts. He's also been hit by a team-high 3 pitches. So Cope willing to get on base any way possible. 1 ball and 1 strike to the South Medford third baseman. A healthy cut from Cope. And he falls behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A pickoff throw to first. Sewell back in plenty of time. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Cope. And another pickoff throw to first. The Panthers' second baseman waits. On the 1-2 pitch is hit softly foul off the first base side. Today's game is brought to you in part by Schlesinger de Villeneuve Attorneys, with practices throughout Southern Oregon, and by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cope hits it well to left center field, but coming on to make the grab is Zane Aker for McNary. 1 down. That'll bring up the starting pitcher for the South Medford Panthers, Tanner Douglas.
Now batting the starting pitcher, number 8, Tanner Douglas.
Cam Sewell at first base for South and one down in the home half of the first. Douglas right on time, but a bit under that first pitch. Fouls it back for strike one. Another pickoff throw to first. And again, Sewell back safely. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. Make sure to stop by Lithia Auto Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler on Highway 62 for your next ride, or visit lithiasuperstore.com. A good pitch from Hayden Kaiser pulling the string on Tanner Douglas, who falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Kaiser set. The pitch home. Just outside, ball 1. A chorus of called third strikes coming from the McNary dugout. The 1-2. Hit high in the air to right field. Giving chase is Areza. He's back at the wall. It is gone! Tanner Douglas elevates and celebrates to give South Medford the 2-1 lead. What a first inning for Tanner Douglas. Able to wiggle out of a bases loaded and nobody out jam with just 1 run across. And then in the home half of the first, a 2-run jack to give South Medford the lead. So with the bases cleared, that will bring up the catcher Elijah Havey, who watches a first pitch strike catch the lower outside corner. Havey swings through the 0-1 to fall behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Kaiser kicks and delivers. That ball's hit to left. Aker takes a couple steps in and makes the grab for out number 2. Nobody on for the first baseman today, Carson Joe.
Now batting first baseman, number 6, Carson Joe.
Joe takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Carson Joe batting .381 this season. He's got 8 hits, including a pair of doubles and a triple, to go along with 6 runs batted in and 5 runs scored. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Joe takes outside, ball 2. Kaiser catches the inner half of the zone, and the count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on in the home half of the first. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Down goes Joe, but up go the South Medford Panthers on the 2-run home run from Tanner Douglas to score Cam Sewell. We head to the top of the second inning, South leading 2-1. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
It's Ram Truck Month going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Ram Truck Month, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Top of the second inning here at Harry and David Field. The Panthers leading 2-1 over the McNary Celtics. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. With 7 convenient locations to serve you, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. The second baseman, Trevor Ratliff, will step into the box for McNary to lead it off for the Celtics, followed by the center fielder, Jake Allen, and then the top of the order in Jordan Areza. Tanner Douglas looking for a better start to the second inning than he had in the first. The first pitch to Ratliff misses high and outside for ball 1. The Celtics loaded the bases with nobody out in the top of the first inning and then scored a run on a wild pitch. So had runners at second and third with nobody out. But Douglas able to get a strikeout and then back-to-back infield pop flies to escape the jam with just one run across. And then if you're just joining us, in the home half of the first inning, Tanner Douglas stepped up to the plate with Cam Sewell at first for the Panthers and deposited a baseball over the fence in right field. The 1-1 fouled back into the parking lot, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Douglas misses low, and the count evens 2-2. The second baseman, Kyle Cope, playing on the edge of the outfield grass for South Medford. The 2-2 fouled back. Today's game is brought to you in part by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. The 2-2 called strike 3. Fastball catching the lower half of the zone. 1 down in the top of the second. That will bring up the center fielder, Jake Allen.
Now batting number 14, center fielder, Jake Allen.
First pitch from Douglas to Allen misses high for ball 1. The 1-0. High, ball 2. Douglas looks in, gets the sign from Havey, and now comes set. A healthy cut from Allen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Allen waits and watches the 2-1 offering miss low. So Douglas behind in the count. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 2nd inning. That's low, ball 4. 3rd walk issued by Tanner Douglas in 1 1/3 innings. The lineup will turn over, and up comes Jordan Areza.
Back to the top of the order, right fielder number 3, Jordan Areza.
Areza led off with a single and then eventually came around to score the lone run for McNary so far. Comes up here with Jake Allen at first, and Tanner Douglas able to find the zone for strike 1. Douglas taking a long look at first before firing home. Gets by the catcher Havey and will allow Allen to take second base on the wild pitch. A runner in scoring position now for McNary. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Celtics leadoff hitter. Hit high in the air, but not very deep. Tosh Stumpenhouse, the center fielder, is under it for out number 2. That'll bring up the left fielder for McNary, Zane Aker.
Now batting, left fielder number 9, Zane Aker.
Aker walked back in the 1st inning and was left stranded at 3rd. Douglas looks back at 2nd before coming home, and the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. Make sure to stop by Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler on Highway 62 for your next ride, or visit lithiasuperstore.com. The 1-0 fouled back. Jake Allen at second base for the Celtics. McNary looking to get that run back after Tanner Douglas hit a 2-run bomb in the home half of the 1st for the Panthers. The lefty swinging left fielder waits for the 1-1 offering from Douglas. Fastball on the lower outside corner for strike 2. Douglas set on the mound. The pitch home. Hit high into the air. Coming on a trio of Panthers and making the grab, the second baseman Kyle Cope to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. We head to the home half of the 2nd inning, 2-1 Panthers. You're watching South Medford Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Home half of the 2nd inning. The Panthers leading 2-1. A 2-run homer by South Medford Panthers pitcher Tanner Douglas, the difference in this game so far. Make sure a visit to Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill is included in your next trip to Grants Pass. First-class food and service awaits you. It's the gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River. The left fielder, Jake Mason, will lead it off for the Panthers in the home half of the second, followed by Tosh Stumpenhouse and Caleb Long. Lefty Hayden Kaiser back on the mound for McNary. First pitch from Kaiser, misses outside, ball one. And Kaiser working quickly, falls behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And that misses for ball 3. Mason waits. Outside, ball 4. That may have been the quickest walk I've ever seen in my entire life. 1 on and nobody out for the center fielder, Tosh Stumpenhouse. Kaiser looks at first before coming home and finds the zone for strike 1. Tosh Stumpenhouse batting an even .400 this season in limited at-bats. Just 5 at-bats so far this season. Does have 2 hits and 2 runs scored. That's hard hit and will fall into left field for a base knock. Going first to third is Mason, and he'll get in standing. Tosh Stumpenhouse having some difficulty rounding first base. Tried to take 2 and then thought better of it after blowing a tire. So runners at the corners for the Panthers, and that will bring up Tristan Malari.
Now batting number 14, the third baseman, Caleb Long.
No correction, Caleb Long at the plate. Tristan Malari waiting on deck. And Long looks at a first pitch strike. Long batting .250 this season. 4 hits, including a pair of doubles, 5 RBI, and 3 runs scored. Has a chance to drive in some more runners here as he fouls the 0-1 pitch back for strike 2. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Locally owned and family run for over 50 years in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. Hit softly foul and out of play off the first base side into the grassy berm. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Long. Jake Mason at third, Tosh Stumpenhouse at first. Still nobody out for the Panthers in the home half of the second. The 0-2 misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Long waits. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. Good patience being displayed by the Panthers' third baseman. It's easy to get swing happy when you're down 2 strikes. Long showing good discipline. Pickoff throw to first. Stumpenhouse back safely. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Caleb Long down looking. 1 out for Tristan Malari.
Now batting right fielder number 12, Tristan Malari.
Kaiser takes a look at first and then throws over. Jake Mason, the leadoff walk at first. Tosh Stumpenhouse, a single over at first base as Kaiser misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Tristan Malari. Waiting on deck, the Panthers' leadoff hitter, Cam Sewell. Kaiser kicks and comes home and misses low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch finds the zone. Malari takes a fastball at the letters for strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes, 1 out and 2 on in a 2-1 game. Into shallow left field. Aker makes the grab, and staying put at third base is Jake Mason. So now the onus falls on Cam Sewell to try to take advantage of the leadoff walk and then the runners at the corners with nobody out for South in the home half of the second. The timely hitting, so important in the game of baseball. Sewell takes outside for ball 1. McNary unable to come up with a big hit in the top of the first inning when they had the bases loaded and nobody out. We'll see if South can do something here in the home half of the second. Errant ball making its way into right field, so a quick pause in the action. The 1-0. Sewell takes outside for ball 2. Jake Mason at third, Tosh Stumpenhouse at first. Kaiser misses inside for ball 3. Kyle Cope waits on deck for South Medford. Kaiser able to find the zone that time. Still a hitter's count to the lefty swinging shortstop, Cam Sewell. Looking to add on to this Panthers lead. Sewell hits it well to left field, but tracked down, to right field by Jordan Areza to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. To the top of the third we go. Panthers lead 2-1. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on Table Rock Sports.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Top of the third inning here at Harry and David Field. A 2-run home run from Tanner Douglas in the first inning, giving South the lead. The Panthers back in the field. Tanner Douglas warming up on the mound. He'll face off against Cooper Kripe, Quinn Bach, and Hayden Kaiser. Table Rock Sports wants to say thank you to our nearly 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Want to join our team? Just go to our YouTube page. Search Table Rock Sports on YouTube and hit that red subscribe button. Your home for high school sports in Southern Oregon, Table Rock Sports. A thin layer of cloud cover hanging overhead. The air is still here at Harry and David Field. The first baseman, Cooper Kripe.
Now batting, first baseman, number 11, Cooper Kripe.
The first pitch from Douglas misses for ball one. And Douglas able to pump a fastball by Kripe. Count evens, 1-1. In the dirt for ball two. A whole lot of blue here at Harry and David Field. Both McNary and South Medford. School's colors, blue and white. The 2-1 offering from Douglas. Outside, ball three. That ball driven to right center field. Malari and Stumpenhouse are there. It'll be the center fielder, Tosh Stumpenhouse, to make the grab for the first out of the third. Up comes the designated hitter, Quinn Bach. Thanks for tuning in to the Lithia Auto Superstore Game of the Day. Make sure to stop by Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler on Highway 62 for your next ride. Ground ball to the third baseman. Caleb Long is there. The throw across the diamond in time for the second out.
Now batting the pitcher, number 24, Hayden Kaiser.
With nobody on, up comes the McNary pitcher, Hayden Kaiser. Kaiser not biting on the first offering from Douglas. Lefty-lefty matchup. As the 1-0 misses outside for ball two. Kaiser swings through the 2-0. Nobody on and 2 out in the top of the third. Douglas set. The pitch home to Kaiser. Fouled back for strike two. Douglas looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And misses low to run the count full on Kaiser. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck, the McNary catcher, Ben Allen. The payoff to Kaiser. In the dirt, ball 4. So the inning will continue. And Ben Kaiser will step into the box.
Number 6, Ben Allen.
Kaiser over there at first base, being held on by Carson Joe. Douglas takes a look over at first before coming home. And missing high, ball 1. That ball is driven deep to left field. Jake Mason at the warning track will make the grab to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. We head to the home half of the 3rd inning. South Medford leading 2-1. You're watching Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. It's the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Inning here at Harry and David Field. The Panthers leading 2-1 over the McNary Celtics. Thanks for joining us on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K.
Leading off for the Panthers in the bottom of the 3rd inning, second baseman number 1, Kyle Cope.
Lefty Hayden Kaiser back on the mound for his 3rd inning of work and throws the first pitch behind the batter.
Missed it by that much.
Kyle Cope for ball 1. Kaiser able to find the zone to even the count, 1-1. Cope, then Tanner Douglas and Elijah Havey, the 3 due up for South in the home half of the 3rd. That ball is drilled foul into the Panthers bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Panthers' second baseman, Kyle Cope. Cope chases for strike 3. 1 down for Tanner Douglas. First time up in the bottom of the 1st inning with Cam Sewell at first base. Tanner Douglas deposited a Hayden Kaiser offering behind the right field fence. One ball and no strikes on Douglas here in the 3rd. Kaiser missing low for ball 2. That misses inside. Tanner Douglas at the plate, showing off the flexibility. Able to scoot out of the way of that one. We'll see if Douglas gets the green light here, 3-0. That is high, ball 4. No chance to swing at that one. So Douglas aboard on the 4-pitch walk. And up. One out and one on in the home half of the third. Kaiser's first pitch to Havey finds the inner part of the zone for strike 1. Havey fouls it off and falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Cue shot, foul off the first base side. Havey will see another pitch. You're watching the Lithia Auto Superstore Game of the Day. Make sure to stop by Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler on Highway 62 for your next ride. Or visit lithiasuperstore.com. Kaiser throws over to first. Douglas back safely. The 0-2 pitch to Havey. Foul tipped. Panthers catcher able to stay alive. Will do it again. Ground ball through the hole between third and short. Elijah Havey, the 1-out single, pushing Tanner Douglas to second base. The Panthers are in business for the first baseman, Carson Joe.
Now batting number 6, the first baseman, Carson Joe.
This broadcast is powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Carson Joe at the plate for South Medford, batting .381 coming into this contest. Swings at the first pitch, pops it back behind home plate, and it'll land in the seats for strike 1. Tanner Douglas walked. Elijah Havey singled. 2 on and only 1 out for the Panthers' first baseman, Carson Joe. And the home plate umpire, Tim Barrett, calls time. Will reset and do it again. Joe fouls it off out of play for strike 2. Kaiser looks back at second before coming home, and another pitch fouled off by Joe. Breaking ball just off the plate. Good discipline by Carson Joe. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on in the home half of the third. South leading 2-1. Kaiser looks back at second and now fires home behind Joe. It gets all the way past the catcher and will allow the runners to advance. So now 2 in scoring position for the Panthers, looking to build on this 1-run lead. Carson Joe looking to put a charge into this one. And instead it hits him. The bases are loaded for the Panthers left fielder Jake Mason. Visit coming on the mound for McNary. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more from Harry and David Field on Table Rock Sports.
From the moment you enter the court, we're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just a game.
Get to be outside, get to like experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Bases loaded for the South Medford Panthers. Jake Mason at the plate. Fouls the 0-1 pitch from Hayden Kaiser out of play off the first base side. He's behind in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to the second baseman. And the only play is to first, but it won't make the out. A base hit for Jake Mason, an RBI to score Tanner Douglas, and poor positioning by Cooper Kripe for McNary, the first baseman.
Now batting center fielder number 10, Tosh Stumpenhouse.
Not getting to the bag in time, and Mason beats him in a foot race. Elijah Havey is at third, Carson Joe at second, Jake Mason at first for Tosh Stumpenhouse, who takes the first pitch for ball 1. A good stop behind home plate by the catcher Ben Allen on a pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. South looking to break things open here in the third. That's low for ball 3. Nowhere to put Stumpenhouse. Waiting on deck is Caleb Long. That catches the outside corner for strike 1. Hitters count for Stumpenhouse, and he takes low for ball 4, an RBI walk. Round and round they go on the carousel, Elijah Havey scores. Carson Joe to third. Jake Mason to second. Tosh Stumpenhouse, the RBI walk, is at first. And another visit for McNary. I think that will be the end of Hayden Kaiser's outing today. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. Bases still loaded for the Panthers. Only one out in the home half of the third when we come back after this on Table Rock Sports.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Defensive changes for the McNary Celtics, with the Panthers threatening in the home half of the third inning. Starting pitcher Hayden Kaiser's day is done on the mound. He will move over to first base to replace Cooper Kripe. And on in relief of Hayden Kaiser on the mound is right-hander Logan Reddy. Reddy coming in to pitch in a big jam. The Panthers have the bases loaded. Carson Joe at third, Jake Mason at second with an RBI single, and Tosh Stumpenhouse, an RBI walk, is at first. Two already home in the inning for the Panthers, and Caleb Long, South's third baseman, will look to make it more. The first pitch from Reddy misses up and in, ball one. That pitch finds the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Long. Ground ball, right side, scooped up by Ratliff. The toss to first in time to get Long, but another run will score. Carson Joe touching home plate on the RBI ground out by Long. South leading 5-1. And the right fielder, Tristan Malari, will step up with 2 on in scoring position and 2 out. The first pitch to Malari, outside, ball one. Mason now at third and Stumpenhouse at second on the base paths for the Panthers. The 1-0 from Reddy. A wild pitch that gets by the catcher and rolls all the way to the Panthers dugout. And that will allow Mason to score. It's now 6-1 South Medford. Two balls and no strikes to Tristan Malari. That fastball misses high, ball 3. That's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Malari puts runners at the corners for the Panthers shortstop Cam Sewell. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. Stumpenhouse at third, Malari at first. Sewell trying to keep the good times rolling for the Panthers. And the first pitch misses high for ball one. Fastball from Reddy, catches the lower inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Panthers shortstop. Pickoff throw to first. Nice job by Hayden Kaiser over there to handle the short hop. Count remains 1-1. Up and in, some chin music for Sewell. He steps back into the box and awaits the 2-1 offering. Outside, ball 3. That's ball 4. So Reddy coming on in relief. A wild pitch to score a run, and then back-to-back walks. And up comes Kyle Cope as the Panthers have batted around here in the third. First pitch to Cope on the inside corner for strike 1. Stumpenhouse at third, Malari at second, Sewell at first, and Cope trying to really break this game open. Fouls it back for strike 2. Logan Reddy on the mound, kicks and fires, and misses low and away for ball 1. The 1-2 called, strike 3. Logan Reddy gets out of the jam, but South puts up a crooked number in the third. 4 runs come home. We head to the top of the fourth, South leading 6-1. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Top of the fourth inning. South Medford leading 6-1. The Panthers with 6 runs on 4 hits through 3 innings. McNary 1 run on 2 hits. Eben Mayer will get things started for the Celtics, followed by Trevor Ratliff and then Jake Allen. Tanner Douglas back on the mound for his 4th inning of work and misses low for ball 1. One-0 offering, missing inside for ball 2. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. Stop by Lithia Auto Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler on Highway 62, or visit lithiasuperstore.com for your next ride. The 2-0 offering, fouled back. And Douglas perfectly locates that fastball. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball missing inside. The count runs full to Mayer. Ground ball foul off the third base side. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bill's Glass. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. 3-2, fouled straight back. Another payoff pitch to Eben Mayer. Fouled back again.
That one's just a bit foul.
Eben Mayer, the McNary shortstop, making Tanner Douglas work hard. In the top of the 4th, the fastball up and in. A well-earned walk for Eben Mayer.
Second baseman Trevor Ratliff.
Up comes the second baseman now, Trevor Ratliff. Fans, it's time to get you back in the game. As an official, there is a critical need in all sports right now. Go to osaa.org and click on the blue Become an Official button to learn more. We hope to see you back out there soon. Douglas missing low on the first offering to Trevor Ratliff. And he misses outside for ball 2. Visit on the mound. We'll step away for a quick break.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
2 balls and no strikes to the McNary second baseman Trevor Ratliff with 1 on and nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. Tanner Douglas, the southpaw on the mound for South Medford, looks at first before firing home. High with the fastball. 3-0. Now the count. And that's high ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Douglas to start the 4th inning. And up comes the center fielder, Jake Allen.
Now batting center fielder, Jake Allen.
Today's game is brought to you by Schlesinger de Villeneuve Attorneys, with practices throughout Southern Oregon, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. Allen shows bunt and pulls back. The pitch is inside for ball 1. No correction, they called it a strike. Allen unable to move the bat out of the way. Showing bunt again. Joe charging in from first base. It's fouled back for strike 2. The Celtics trying to chip away at this 5-run Panthers lead. The 0-2 chased for strike 3.
I put the gun in swing, baby.
A big bounce back strikeout for Tanner Douglas. The lineup turns over for McNary. The right fielder Jordan Areza, who has scored the lone run in the game for the Celtics, will step into the box. Eben Mayer at second, Trevor Ratliff at first. 1 down in the top of the 4th. Douglas takes a couple looks back at second before missing high. Ball 1. The runners take off. The pitch is a strike. The throw to third gets by Caleb Long and will allow a run to score. Eben Mayer scores on the throwing error. Trevor Ratliff taking third. And the Panthers now lead 6-2. One ball and 1 strike to Jordan Areza. Fastball, swing and a miss for strike 2. Fastball in the dirt. It gets by Havey, but not far enough. Trevor Ratliff will stay put at third base. Up and in. Areza, the self-preservation, leans out of the way. Count runs full to the McNary right fielder. in the dirt, ball 4. No additional action from Ratliff at third base. So runners at the corners with only one out for the left fielder, Zane Aker. Today's game is brought to you in part by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. Douglas, the pickoff throw to first. They have Areza caught in a rundown. He is tagged out, but coming home to score is Ratliff. So the Panthers trade an out for a run. It's now 6-3. On the 1-3-6 putout, Areza erased at first. Breaking ball for Douglas finds the zone, strike 1. Douglas missing outside. Count evens 1-1. That ball is driven deep to right field. Malari is back at the wall, and it's off the fence. The Yard able to keep it, rounding second and going for third. Zane Aker with a stand-up triple. And the Celtics punching back in the top of the 4th inning.
Number 11, Cooper Cripe.
And up comes Cooper Cripe. Douglas missing low and outside to the lefty batter Cripe. The South lead has been cut to 3. And McNary threatening with more. Fastball from Douglas, high, ball 2. The 2-0 finds the zone from Douglas. The pitch home to Cripe in the dirt. A nice block by Elijah Havey behind home plate. Hitters count for the McNary first baseman Cooper Cripe. Zane Aker, the triple at third base. High, ball 4, and the Celtics have runners on the corners.
Now batting the cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Quinn Bach.
Action in the Panthers bullpen. Jackson Robertson going to get warm in a hurry. Quinn Bach, the designated hitter, representing the tying run at the plate. Bach looking to tie the game with one swing, comes up empty for strike one. A good pick by Havey behind the dish. One ball and one strike to Quinn Bach. High and outside, ball two. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. A swing and a miss from Bach for strike two. So deuce is wild in the top of the fourth inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, and 2 already home for the Celtics. Douglas kicks and delivers. Ground ball fair down the third baseline. Aker will score. First to third goes Kripe, and in safely at second base with the RBI double is Quinn Bach. So the tying runs are now in scoring position for the Celtics. And up comes big Hayden Kaiser.
Now batting number 24, Hayden Kaiser.
Douglas paints the outside corner on the first pitch to Kaiser. And comes right back with strike two. Skipped in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tanner Douglas able to escape and leave 2 stranded. 3 come home for McNary in the 4th. South still leads 6-4. More from Harry and David Field when we come back on Table Rock Sports.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform? Thirsty for change? Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win. Yes! Yes! Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with Crispy Crunchy Chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Bottom of the 4th inning, South leading 6-4.
Pitcher number 8, Tanner Douglas.
Tanner Douglas's 2-run home run in the 1st inning, the difference in this ball game right now. Logan Reddy back on the mound in relief for McNary, and the first pitch sails by everybody for ball 1. When Logan Reddy came in to replace Hayden Kaiser for the Celtics, Kaiser moved over to first base, which pushed Cooper Kripe from first to third, replacing Gunnar Smeedema. The 1-0 from Reddy, high ball 2. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. Inside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Tanner Douglas to start the home half of the 4th. And that will bring up Elijah Havey.
Now batting number 4, the catcher, Elijah Havey.
Make sure a visit to Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River is included in your next trip to Grants Pass. First-class food and service awaits you. The gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill. Ground ball to the third baseman. Kripe had some difficulty getting the ball out of the glove. They do get the force out at second. So Tanner Douglas erased. Havey aboard at first on the fielder's choice.
Batting next, jersey number
1 on
6,
and
third
one
baseman,
out for Carson Joe. Pickoff throw to first. Havey back safely without a tag. Joe able to poke a ground ball through the hole between first and second base. 2 on and 1 out for Jake Mason.
Now batting number 5, Jake Mason.
Reddy taking a long look at second before coming home and catching the upper inside corner. First pitch strike to Jake Mason. Logan Reddy quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Fastball missing high. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down for the Panthers and 2 on for the center fielder, Tosh Stumpenhouse. A breaking ball from Reddy, catching the lower outside corner. Strike 1. Elijah Havey at second. Carson Joe at first for the Panthers. And a balk has been called. So no pitch, but the runners do advance. Havey to third, Joe to second, and a chance for Tosh Stumpenhouse to re-add to this Panthers lead after the Celtics put up three in the top half of the inning. Stumpenhouse takes outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Softly tapped, back to the pitcher, Reddy has it. The underhand flip to Kaiser to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. To the 5th we go, South leading 6-4. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
It's Ram Truck Month going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Ram Truck Month, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Now pitching for the Panthers, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
Some defensive changes in the field for the South Medford Panthers as we open up the 5th inning here at Harry and David Field. Thanks for joining us here on TableRockSports.net. The Panthers leading 6-4 over the McNary Celtics. Starting pitcher Tanner Douglas, his day is done. He will move over to first base, which pushes Carson Joe over to third base. The third baseman Caleb Long goes from third base to second base. The second baseman, Kyle Cope, gets pushed from second to shortstop, and the shortstop, Kayam Sewell, will head onto the mound on in relief. So, the new infield for the Panthers to start the 5th, Carson Joe at third, Kyle Cope at short, Caleb Long at second, Tanner Douglas at first, and Cameron Sewell on the mound. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day. Stop by Lithia Auto Superstore on Highway 62 or visit lithiasuperstore.com for your next ride. Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, proud title sponsor of Table Rock Sports.
Celtics in the top of the 5th inning. It's the catcher, number 6, Ben Allen.
Ben Allen will lead it off for McNary, followed by Eben Mayer and then Trevor Ratliff. The first pitch from Sewell today, missing outside, ball 1. The 1-1. Outside, ball 2. McNary scoring 1 run in the first and 3 in the fourth. The Panthers scoring 2 in the first and 4 in the third. Sewell finds the zone to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ben Allen. And the count runs full to the McNary catcher. Outside, ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Ben Allen to start the 5th. And that will bring up Eben Mayer.
Now batting, number 7, Evan Mayer. Courtesy runner, Anthony Cepeda.
Anthony Cepeda in as a courtesy runner for the McNary catcher. So Cepeda being held on by Tanner Douglas at first. No balls and 1 strike to Eben Mayer. Tanner Douglas holding on Cepeda at first. Sewell gives a look, now throws over to first and got him! What a move from Cam Sewell. The pickoff erases Cepeda and the leadoff walk. 1 down and nobody on. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Eben Mayer. Sewell missing low for ball 2. Up and in. Ball 3. Sewell finds the zone to run the count full on Mayer. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bouncing ball up the middle. Kyle Cope, the shortstop, has it. Fires onto first in time for the 2nd out. Nobody on for the McNary second baseman, Trevor Ratliff.
Second baseman, number 2, Trevor Ratliff.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. Sewell starts Ratliff off with a first pitch strike. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back, strike 2. Outside, ball 2. All of the Panthers infielders saw that pitch cross the zone. The 2-2 to the second baseman, Trevor Ratliff. Low, ball 3. South Medford looking for their first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. A full count to Ratliff, and it's hit on a hop to the shortstop, Kyle Cope. A low throw. What a play from Tanner Douglas on the short hop to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no runners left on base. To the bottom of the 5th we go. South leading 6-4. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Home half of the 5th inning here at Harry and David Field. The Panthers lead 6-4 over the McNary Celtics. Thanks for joining us here on Table Rock Sports as we continue to bring you live coverage of high school athletics streamed for free in HD on any device. Caleb Long at the plate. Swings and fouls the first pitch off for strike one. Logan Reddy back on the mound for McNary. As the 0-1 misses inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball called, strike 2 on the outside corner. Grounded foul down the third base line. One, two, outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Long and then Tristan Malari, and then the lineup turns over for Cameron Sewell. 2-2 in the dirt, ball 3. Payoff pitch coming to Long. Inside, ball 4. Well, both of these teams are certainly getting their steps in. We have 17 walks through 4.5 innings in this contest.
The right fielder, number 12, Tristan Malari.
The right fielder, Tristan Malari, now at the plate with 1 on and nobody out. Malari shows bunt and pulls back on a pitch high. And Reddy misses high for ball 2. Both coaches trying to be very conscious of their use of their arms. This is just game 1 of a doubleheader today. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Panthers' right fielder, Tristan Malari. Caleb Long at first base. Malari shows bunt and lays down a beauty that is picked up just in foul territory. Cooper Kripe picked that ball up very, very close to the chalk. On the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3. One down in the home half of the fifth. The lineup turns over for Cam Sewell.
The pitcher, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Schlesinger de Villeneuve Attorneys, with practices throughout Southern Oregon, and by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. Pickoff throw to first. Long just barely getting back safely. Ready, starts Sewell off with a strike. Pickoff throw to first. Long is back. That ball is driven deep to right field, and it'll drop in fair territory and roll all the way to the wall. Cam Sewell with extra bases. They're going to wave Caleb Long home. He will score. It's an RBI triple for Cameron Sewell. And the Panthers now lead 7-4. And with Sewell just 90 feet from home, the second baseman, Kyle Cope, who started at second base but is now over at shortstop, will step into the box. Cope watches the first pitch catch the outside corner. Lined foul down the third baseline. Tanner Douglas, who has a 2-run home run in this game, waits on deck. Inside, Cope turns away. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And it looks like that may have got Cope in the face. It did. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back right after this on Table Rock Sports.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just a game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, We need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Logan Reddy back on the mound for McNary, and the first offering is fouled off by Douglas. Douglas hits it hard, but foul off the first base side this time, and falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. pickoff throw to first. Jude Olson back. Tanner Douglas waits. Here's the 0-2. The 1-2 to Douglas with runners on the corners. High ball 2. And that's ball 3. So Douglas working the count full after being behind in the count 0-2. Not that this will make Kyle Cope feel any better, but he has a team high of now 4 hit by pitches this season. Hit up the middle. Mayer unable to field it cleanly, and everybody's safe. An RBI for Tanner Douglas. Jude Olson safe at second base. 2 on, still 1 out. The Panthers lead 8-4. And up comes Elijah Havey.
The cleanup hitter, number 4, Elijah Havey.
Havey ducks out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes. And that misses for ball 2. Havey ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. That's ball 4. So the bases are loaded for the Panthers, and the third baseman Carson Joe will step in. McNary will have a meeting on the mound, a pitching change. Jordan Areza will take over on the mound when we come back. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou. second. Elijah Havey at first for the Panthers' third baseman, Carson Joe.
Number 6 for the Panthers, Carson Joe.
The first pitch to Joe, a fastball for strike one. Up to 18 walks issued by both teams. And there's only one out in the fifth. Areza missing up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tapped foul for strike 2. Foul tipped. Joe stays alive. Fastball, low for ball 2. That's high, ball 3. Runner at third will take off for home, and he's out. Jude Olson called out at home plate. As the count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner Douglas goes to third, Elijah Havey to second. So still an RBI opportunity for Carson Joe. A pause in the action as Kyle Cope is making his way off the field, accompanied by his dad and some of his friends. It was this inning, hard to believe, but yes, it was this inning. Kyle Cope got hit by a pitch on the nose. Look out, that's ball 4. Make it 19 walks in this game now, issued by both teams. The bases are loaded for Jake Mason. The first pitch to Mason misses high, ball 1. Good job of framing that pitch by the catcher, Ben Allen. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Mason. Curveball. Misses. Ball 2. Two 1 is high, ball 3. Hitters count to Mason. Takes a big swing for strike 2. Areza set on the mound for McNary. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Panthers threaten, get 2 home, but leave 3 stranded. We head to the 6th, 8-4 South Medford. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Jude Olson isn't right. Sorry. Yeah. Yes.
Staying in the game, playing right field, number 16, Jude Olson.
And then Jake Mason is now playing second base, pushing Caleb Long to short.
Now playing shortstop, Caleb Long. And at second base now, Jake Mason.
More defensive changes for the Panthers as we head to the top of the 6th inning here at Harry and David Field. You're watching Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Jude Olson, who came on as a pinch runner in the home half of the 5th, stays in to play right field. That pushes Tristan Malari from right field to left. Jake Mason, who was playing left field, now goes to second base, which pushes Caleb Long from second base to shortstop, replacing Kyle Cope, who got hit by a pitch in the home half of the 5th. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. Jake Allen will lead it off for McNary. Cam Sewell back on the mound for the Panthers. First pitch swinging, popped up high into the air. Elijah Havey waits underneath it. It'll be the pitcher Sewell to make the catch in foul territory for out number 1. One pitch, 1 out in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Jordan Areza. And Sewell finds the zone for strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Fastball from Sewell, painted on the lower outside corner. Strike 2. Fouled out of play off the first base side. Sewell missing outside for ball 2. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire, Gary Eklund. A strikeout for Cam Sewell. 2 down in the top of the 6th. And up comes Zane Aker.
Now batting number 9, Zane Aker.
Fastball on the outside corner, strike one. And a conversation on the mound. Make sure to download the Peak Rewards app from GP Energy, sponsored by My Circle K. For morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, fuel for your road trip at discounted prices. All that and more. Download the Peak Rewards app from Pinnacle 365 on your smartphone today and start saving. My Circle K, proud sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Sewell. Outside, ball one. Fouled back for strike two. In the dirt, ball two. The 2-2. Ground ball hit hard to the second baseman. Jake Mason is there, and the Panthers put together a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the home half of the sixth, 8-4 South Medford. You're watching Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. It's all part of the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day.
Family gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Home half of the sixth inning. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports. It's brought to you in part by Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. Tosh Stumpenhouse will lead it off for the Panthers, followed by Caleb Long and then Tristan Malari.
Tosh Stumpenhouse.
Jordan Areza back on the mound for McNary. Stumpenhouse, the ground ball up the middle. Bobbled by the second baseman Ratliff. The throw to first, not in time. Stumpenhouse hustling down the line. Able to leg it out. And a base hit for Stumpenhouse to lead off the sixth. Caleb Long takes the first pitch high, ball one. And that's outside, ball two. Fouled off for strike one. That's high, ball three. That's high, ball four. Today's game is brought to you in part by Schlesinger de Villeneuve Attorneys, with practices throughout Southern Oregon, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. That walk issued to Caleb Long, the 20th free pass of the game. Tristan Malari will step up to the plate now. And that's outside, ball one. Inside and into the dirt for ball two. The runners will advance. Outside, ball three. First base is open if they want to walk Malari. That finds the zone for strike one. We'll see if Malari gets the green light here. He does, and fouls it off himself. Stumpenhouse at third, Long at second for the Panthers, and a full count to Tristan Malari. 21 walks have now been issued in this contest.
Back to the top of the order for the Panthers. It's the pitcher. He's number 11, Cameron Sewell.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Bill's Glass, the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned and family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, as Cam Sewell crashes that ball into right field. It's a two-run single for the South Medford pitcher, and the Panthers now lead 10-4. Going first to third is Malari. And still nobody out in the sixth.
Number 16, Jude Olson.
That'll bring up Jude Olson, who came on as a pinch runner for Kyle Cope after Cope got hit in the face by a pitch in the fifth. Runner at first takes off. Sewell will get in safely. So 1 ball and no strikes to Jude Olson with 2 in scoring position and still nobody out. That finds the zone for strike 1. Breaking ball in there. That's strike 3. So Olson down, look. Okay, and that was only that. Bit of uncertainty on whether or not that
Now
was
batting number 8, Tanner
called third strike,
Douglas.
but it is, and that'll bring up Tanner Douglas. Douglas with 3 runs batted in today, including a 2-run home run all the way back in the first inning. That's outside, ball 2. Maybe hard to believe, but Douglas hit that first inning home run over 2 hours ago. Breaking ball from Areza drops in for strike 1. "21 walks later, Douglas in a 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 on and 1 out in the home half of the 6th. Areza set. Here's the pitch home. Up for ball 3. First base is open. Payoff pitch coming to Tanner Douglas. Outside, ball 4. Make it 22 walks issued in the game. And now up comes Elijah Havey.
Now batting for the Panthers, it's their cleanup hitter. He wears number 4. His name is Elijah Havey.
Base is juiced for the Panthers. Havey takes high, ball 1. And that's outside, ball 2. Well, with all these walks in the game, you could walk to Grants Pass and visit Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River. First-class food and service awaits you. The gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock. That's outside, ball 3. Correction, called a strike. Called strike 2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that is a strikeout. So Areza with back-to-back Ks after loading the bases. And up comes Carson Joe.
Carson Joe.
Joe, a high, shallow pop-up. Logan Reddy makes the grab to retire the side. 2 come home, 3 are left stranded. We go to the 7th. South leading 10-4. You're watching Panther Baseball on Table Rock Sports.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Top of the 7th inning. Cam Sewell and the South Medford Panthers looking to close the door on McNary in Game 1 of this doubleheader here at Harry and David Field. Thanks for joining us on TableRockSports.net and making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon, with 7 convenient locations to serve you. Siskiyou Cellular, proud presenting sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Cooper Kripe will lead it off for McNary, followed by Quinn Bach and then Hayden Kaiser. Through 6 innings, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for McNary, and 10 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for South Medford.
Batting for the Celtics starts 7th inning. Number 11, Cooper Kripe.
Here's the 1-0 from Sewell. In there for strike 1. Foul tipped, strike 2. The Panthers looking to stay undefeated and improve to 7-0. Inside, ball 2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Sewell with the strikeout, 1 down in the top of the 7th.
Number 8, Quinn Bach.
Up comes Quinn Bach. Sewell in there for strike 1. Fouled back, strike 2. Just outside, ball 1. Two balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Quinn Bach, for McNary. Full counts to Bach. Hard hit ground ball handled by Carson Joe. Even throw across the diamonds to Tanner Douglas. 2 down. And McNary on their last out.
Hayden Kaiser.
It'll be Hayden Kaiser. Check swing by Kaiser, called strike one. Four runs on 4 hits, 1 error for McNary. 10 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for South Medford. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the Celtics are down to their final strike. Sewell winds and fires. Called strike 3, and that will do it. The Panthers defeat McNary by a final score of 10-4. The Panthers improve to 7-0 this season. McNary falls to 4-4. For our statistician and director of baseball operations, B.G. Gould, and our camera operator, Kobe Cummings, I'm Jonathan Kerman saying so long from Harry and David Field. You've been watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. Once again, the South Medford Panthers defeat the McNary Celtics 10-4 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll catch you next time on Table Rock Sports.